Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today's Takes with Alex. I'm your host, Alex. We're back after a little hiatus. Um, Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for being present. Thanks for locking in. The title of this video is called The Quiet Strength of Consistency. Spiritual Significance of Steadfast Work Toward Goals. And in a world obsessed with quick results, viral success, and overnight transformation, the quiet power of consistency can feel overlooked. Yet the deepest and most lasting achievements, both in this world and in the soul, are almost always built through small, steady, faithful steps taken day after day. Today, we explore the spiritual significance of staying consistent and working toward our goals. This wisdom is universal for every person who has ever set their heart on something meaningful and wondered how to keep going when motivation fades. Rooted in the eternal Torah and illuminated by the profound teachings of Hasidus, we will discover that consistency is not mere discipline. It is a sacred spiritual practice that aligns us with the divine rhythm of creation itself. The Torah itself is built on consistency. In all of life, the world God made, right, day after day, the creation has been set up in a way where there's so much consistency that we can start measuring it and start extracting data and start coming up with hypotheses and instituting science, right? And science, right, can only be a thing if there's consistency in the world. Further, in the story of creation, God did not create the world in one dramatic burst. He worked in a steady rhythmic pattern over 6 days, establishing the sacred rhythm of time itself. Each day had its purpose, and each stage built upon the previous one with divine precision. The temple service reflected this same principle. The daily offerings, the Tamid offerings, were brought every single morning and evening without fail. This consistency sustained the spiritual connection between heaven and earth. The Torah commands us to serve God with all of your heart, with all of your soul, and with all of your might, not in sporadic bursts, but as a steady, lifelong commitment. Look at our ancestors. Jacob worked 7 years for Rachel, and when they felt like only a few days because of his love, he continued another 7 without complaint. Joshua led the people to march around Jericho once a day for 6 days, and 7 times on the 7th. Consistent obedience that brought down the walls. These stories teach us that God honors steady, faithful effort. The path of Torah is not a sprint. The path of life and success and divine spiritual mission and completeness, wholeness, is not a sprint of inspiration, but a long, beautiful walk of devotion. Hasidic masters reveal the hidden spiritual mechanics of consistency. The Baal Shem Tov taught that small, consistent actions performed with intention elevate far more holy sparks than occasional grand gestures. Every steady step is a quiet victory in the cosmic work of world rectification. At the mystical level, the Sod of Torah, consistency connects directly to the structure of the Sphirot, the 10 divine attributes through which God creates and sustains the world. Netzach and Hod, representing endurance and humility or splendor, respectively, are especially relevant. Netzach represents eternal victory and persistence, the inner strength to keep going. Hod represents humility and the willingness to serve consistently in the details. Together, they form the legs of the spiritual body, carrying us forward even when we cannot see the full destination. Yesod, which represents foundation, channels all the upper sphirot into manifestation. Consistent effort builds a strong yesod in our lives, a stable foundation that allows divine blessing to flow steadily rather than sporadically. At the highest level, Keter, representing the crown or divine intention, and divine will, and Chachma, which represents wisdom, represent the pure divine will and inspiration. Consistency bridges the gap between initial inspiration and final fulfillment, allowing the light of the upper sphero to actualize in our material reality. The Alter Rebbe in the Tanya explains that true divine service requires persistent effort combined with a supernal trust. The soul's work is to maintain steady connection even when inspiration wanes. This daily consistency mirrors the hidden sod of creation itself. God continuously sustains the universe with unwavering love and order. When we practice consistency, we partner with that divine flow and become co-creators in our own redemption and the world's healing. The spiritual power of staying consistent in pursuing goals touches every soul deeply. It builds inner character and resilience. Small daily choices shape who we become far more than occasional heroic efforts. It creates vessels for divine blessing. Consistent work prepares stable channels through which God's abundance can flow into our lives. It elevates holy sparks through time. Every steady step gathers and refines sparks that would otherwise remain hidden or lost. It cultivates deep trust and surrender. By showing up day after day, we learn to rely on God's timing rather than our fluctuating emotions. It brings lasting fulfillment and purpose. Goals achieved through consistency carry the imprint of our soul's patient devotion, creating true and enduring success. So, how can we live this sacred principle? Start small and steady. Choose one meaningful goal and commit to tiny daily actions rather than overwhelming intensity. Anchor it in intention. Begin each day's effort with a short prayer, a reminder of its higher purpose. Use the power of routine. Link your consistent work to existing habits. The same time, same place, same small step. Balance effort with trust. Do your part faithfully, then release attachment to immediate results. Right? This is the dance of our persistent effort combined with our trust. That what we consistently put our effort into develops slowly or surely um, into the result that we're seeking. Reflect weekly. Review your progress with honesty and compassion. Adjust gently without self-judgment. Draw strength from community. Share your goals with supportive people who can encourage your consistency. The spiritual path of staying consistent in working towards goals teaches us that greatness is built one faithful step at a time. Through the sphirot and the hidden sod of creation, the hidden spiritual aspect and lens of creation, we see that our study efforts participate in the divine order that sustains all of life. This week, choose one important goal and commit to one small, consistent daily action. Trust that each step is seen, holy, and meaningful in the eyes of God. If this message strengthened your spirit, share in the comments what goal are you committing to pursue with greater consistency? Or what has consistency taught you about spiritual growth? Like if these words brought clarity and encouragement to your heart, subscribe for more explorations of Torah and Hasidic wisdom made alive for our time and turn on notifications. May you walk your path with steady faith, patient endurance, and joyful trust. May your consistent efforts bring forth beautiful fruit for you and your family and draw you ever closer to the source of all blessing. Until next time, keep showing up, keep liking these videos, keep sharing them with your friends and family, post them wherever you can, keep shining, and let your faithful steps illuminate the way. Be blessed, Be happy, be healthy, be successful. Hope you had a good weekend. Let's have a great, productive week ahead. Let's move the needle forward by a bit and by quite a bit. And I'll see you tomorrow on the next one. Thank you very much.